A source claims that Clarkson's friends are concerned that her commitment to coaching on The Voice Battle of Champions would push her over the edge, adding to her already hectic schedule that includes her talk show and a residency in Las Vegas. The show won't launch until the spring of 2026, but according to an insider who spoke with Star, the feeling is she's taking on too much. In spite of their differences, her bosses want her to stay and conferences are in the works, the source continues, adding that she hasn't canceled her talk show. Wow, she's really keeping her wits about her. The mother of two, who is 43 years old and shares her children River Rose, 11, and Remington Alexander, 9, with her ex-boyfriend Brandon Blackstock, is allegedly totally burned out and running on fumes recently, according to the source. Her acceptance of this offer has shocked her friends, the insider continues. Sure, she loves The Voice and it'll be entertaining, but most would have preferred if she had opted out to relax, spend time with her family, and not be so consumed by fame and money. Clarkson stunned and disappointed fans weeks ago when she abruptly canceled a show in Las Vegas less than 2 hours before it was supposed to begin. In an Instagram post, she added, "We have been working 24/7 to make studio sessions the most intimate and exceptional experience with and for my incredible fans. My voice has been heavily affected by the preparation and practice sessions. I am taking this weekend and next week to rest up so that we can deliver what you all deserve," she shared, "because I want the shows to be perfect for y'all and I need to protect myself from doing serious damage." Rumor has it that Star is clearly unable to handle the stress of her many obligations, according to the source. Besides that, why is she canceling gigs? The source inquires. Try telling that to Kelly, but there comes a time when you just have to say no. Another source close to the situation said that Clarkson's famous friend Dolly Parton is worried and wants to know what's wrong with her friend. Talent, success, and boundless energy have long been associated with Kelly Clarkson. She has appeared unstoppable from the moment of her stunning American Idol debut till her Grammy victories and chat show triumphs. Friends and insiders in the industry are worried that Kelly is running on fumes, which is hidden under her performances and honors. Burnout reflections on bygone eras. With fans in tears at her departure, Kelly explained it wasn't a voluntary goodbye but a survival move. She left The Voice in 2023 after 8 seasons as a coach and a brief return for season 23. She described herself as struggling. It hit her like a ton of bricks, and she couldn't help but cry. Along with that choice, she relocated her talk show and children from Los Angeles to New York City, hoping for a new beginning that would be better for everyone. Since then, Kelly's attention has shifted to her Emmy-winning and critically acclaimed talk show, The Kelly Clarkson Show. Her friends and family worry that she may have just added another stressor to her life, and that the nostalgia of being on The Voice again will cause her to underestimate the emotional toll. Pals worries, is it too much? Despite her personal issues, Kelly's friends are worried that she can't handle the demands of being a talk show presenter, judge on The Voice, and singer. Her contract is up for renewal next year, so she may decide to cut back or rethink her role on the talk show, according to a recent People story. This could be so that she can devote more time to her music. Studio sessions at Caesar's Palace, Kelly's summer residency in Sin City, was delayed a few hours before it was supposed to begin because of vocal fatigue. She caused friction in the office and irritated her colleagues with her last-minute choice. According to staffers, she was secretly dubbed Flake due to her erratic commitments and frequent schedule changes. The mental and physical costs. Allegedly, Kelly has met the incessant demands of production while also bearing the weight of her personal problems, such as her drawn-out divorce from ex-husband Brandon Blackstock. A source told Radar Online that she was shattered by the demands of her job and personal life and worried that she would collapse under the weight of it all. Kelly has spoken publicly about her struggles with melancholy and her decision to start over in New York. She spoke about how freeing that change was for her children, her sanity, and her imagination in exclusive interviews. How dangerous is the work environment? No one is Kelly, but there is serious pressure. Even though Kelly has not been implicated in any harmful work environment, her daytime talk program has been the subject of claims regarding working circumstances that are comparable to burnout. 11 employees testified in an exposé that was cited by Rolling Stone that they had been traumatized, underpaid, and overworked. In a public response, Clarkson voiced her concern that anyone could feel ignored or insulted, and she pledged to create a more positive work environment by instituting leadership training. Kelly may be a strong, considerate employer, but when you look at the larger picture, you can see the strain her workload, her brand, puts on the environment. The worry that friends have, taking care of your voice and singing, schedules that put outputs ahead of self-care put Kelly's voice and livelihood at jeopardy, as her Vegas residency cancellation shows. Singing at night after a day of filming? Vocal exhaustion is the result of that. Feeling weak on the inside. Concerns about Kelly's emotional energy levels are understandable given that she has dealt with loss, divorce, motherhood, production, and live performances. Her friends are worried that if she puts herself back on The Voice, she might break her resilience limits. Imprecise limits. In contrast to her other shows, The Voice forces viewers to engage in deep, episodic involvement that brings up long-term complications such as time away, community bonds, and judging duties. Kelly, who finds fulfillment in helping others, can easily push herself to her limits. Among Kelly's accomplishments, she has discovered What You Should Not Handle and What I Am Capable of Handling. Her departure from The Voice was a statement of intent. She embraced a less complicated schedule, increased self-control, and a project environment that allowed her to be genuine rather than too staged and underprepared. NBC's backing, particularly in relocating her show to New York and recognizing mental health, also shows a change. Kelly is seeking healthier boundaries that put her well-being first. What comes next in return negotiations? Friends say Kelly isn't against The Voice for life, but if she were to return, it would be with serious structural protections like mental health care, scheduling breathing room, and voice rest. Some have speculated that, with upcoming contracts, she may reduce the amount of time she spends on her talk shows or even take a little break altogether to focus on her music and personal life. Kelly has recently dropped new music on her independent label High Road Records, and she has dropped hints that she wants to tour more, which her friends think she hasn't done in a long time. This is all part of her creative revival. The life and career of Kelly Clarkson have always been about more than just performing. They are also stories of overcoming obstacles and finding balance in the face of constant pressure. The concern of her friends, who believe she is emotionally exhausted, overworked, and running on fumes, does not stem from fandom but rather from admiration for her narrative, her abilities, and her humanity. The individuals closest to her naturally desire that she avoid burnout after all the chaos she has endured, whether it is in her personal life, her career, or her extremely demanding schedule.